Well, welcome back to the Edge of Town layout. I haven't posted too much on this because I've been reworking it. This is now going to be version 3 of this layout. When I built it, it was more tin plate. Of course it's still a toy layout, I get that, but it was more tin plate. I had built this to fit in the back of my '98 Jeep Cherokee, and I was calling it the Jeep layout for many years until I revamped it, put it on legs, which it didn't have before. When I was at train meets, all I did was plop it on top of the banquet tables and played with trains. It had operating Marx crossing gates over here, the really big tin ones. And it had a Marx Gerard Station and the Marx water tower, and things were a little bit large-ish. And it was just meant for playing it at train meets. I would operate Marx, MTH, Lionel, whatever I felt like at the time. That was version 1. Version 2 was after this thing sat in the garage here, the cave, for many years, sitting up on its side without me doing anything with it or playing with it. I decided to resurrect it. I put legs on it. This was, maybe 3-4 years back now. And eventually I put this foundation down, all right? And the foundation size is based on these cardboard buildings, which I've been using now for quite a few years. And as you can see from in this video versus other videos, I didn't pull them all out. All my layouts seem to be designed such that I can swap out themes, swap out buildings, do whatever the heck I want to. And it's fun. Version 3. Well, what do we got for version 3? Well, version 3, which is what I've been working on, was replacing the standard Marx tubular steel track with the Marx tubular steel track, but with plastic roadbed. I like the look of that. It's just a neater look. Then, well, now that I got the camera aimed here, I'm going to replace the buildings, the cardboard buildings, with plastic or metal or whatever. I don't know. I'm leaning towards more plastic and more detailed. Not quite a high rail layout because what the heck, we're talking about a few square feet here. But I could still add detail, and it allows the eye to kind of fixate on one spot wherever the detail is and try to soak it all in before moving on to the next location and soaking in the detail from there. Now what I did was, see this passenger platform? That's Marx HO scale. Now it's almost as long as the Plasticville version and almost as wide, but you can see the difference in the two. The roof is shorter, and that's because it's meant for HO. I bought the Plasticville version. I believe this to be an earlier one with the gray platform. I like the gray a little bit better than the brown, because you see brown all the time. You know, brown platform, brown roof, yada yada. And look, here's the box showing a brown platform with a green roof. Well, I wanted some lighter color to this. What else am I doing? Well, sanding down things. This is all sanded down. Doesn't look like it, but it is. It's flat. I'll probably sand it some more. Got rid of those trees in the corner because eventually the plan is to put a hill there. The old Illinois Central Marx plate girder bridge was replaced. I didn't want a road name on the bridge because I run everything. You know, from the Santa Fe way out west to the New York Central way out east, and all points in between. I run what I like, and I pretty much like them all. So No road name. I had to repaint this bridge. I got it, and it looked like somebody had already painted over it, and there were like fingerprints on it and stuff in the paint. No, 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 no. Yeah. So I sanded it down. I didn't strip it. I wasn't going to go through all that. Uh, I don't want to mess with it. So I sanded it down and sprayed it with Krylon silver, combination primer and paint, and it turned out just fine. For a toy train layout, it turned out just fine. Got it? All right. This area in here, I'm working on a couple different projects for this area. That, if you look at this, let's go over here. The West Side Warehouse. The original West Side Warehouse is a large tin litho building made for what, 54 or 60 millimeter figures. Marx made it as part of their Untouchables playset. Then someone online had taken photographs that I had made and turned those photos into a cardboard or paper model. I then constructed the model and put it here, and it's fine. These buildings are actually small-ish for O scale or O gauge. They would probably look a lot better in size for an S gauge layout, but that's okay. You know, again, I'm going to keep harping on it. It's a toy train layout. Toy, get it? Toy. So everywhere, see the old. See all that light tan peeking out from beside the roadbed? Well, that's how the old layout was done. All I did was paint on the roadbed, and yes, my dear, that's my grandbaby. Well, very, very good, my dear. Very good. Did you hear that? You know how to spell Christmas tree?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's C.
Okay.
O. T. W. A. Y.
Okay, keep working on it, my shots.
How do you spell Christmas tree?
CHRISTMAS. That's Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Alright, shots. I'm working in here now.
Your hand's so dirty?
Yes.
Dirtier?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hope you have a good work.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, that break was courtesy of my 5-year-old granddaughter. Okay, that's what you get. So, where did I leave off? Okay, so everywhere this tan is peeking out from underneath the plastic roadbed, that's going to get repainted so it looks a little neater. Then this area in here, the lake area, is going to be redone slightly. I gotta rejuvenate the colors over the last 20 years. They have kind of faded, and that's okay. It'll take a little hobby paint, acrylic, water-based paint, and just rejuvenate the colors on here. Maybe plant some more trees. This area here, what I've been calling the green, for obvious reasons, because it's mostly green, has been home to all kinds of things. In version 1 of the layout, this was the K-line L-shaped ranch house, and it pretty much made its home here. Version 2 of the layout was anything goes. I've had fire stations in here. I had the army camped out here. I had all that stuff. So, next thing is, I've got some work to do on this switch or turnout. The old switch wasn't working. The old switch, trains would go past the straight, no problem. when it went into the divergent track, they'd stop. Yet, if you put the train here on the siding, it had power. So I'm not enough of an electrical person to figure that one out. I bought another switch and discovered something that I never knew about Marx switches. They're a pain in the butt. Oh, did I say that? Okay, looky here. Looky here. You see the gears that are integral to the wheels? Alright. Now, that gearing goes all the way to the edge of the flange. And of course makes the entire wheel wider. What I never realized until I replaced this switch is because of the width of those wheels, it shorts out right here if you're going in that direction, in a clockwise direction. That's because the gears are only on one side, the other side, no gears. Alrighty. Marx does make what they call double reduction motors, where the gearing doesn't extend to the edge of the flange, and would clear that no problem. And of course Lionel, K-Line, MTH, none of those have that problem. Marx is the only one that came up with that system. If I run this in a counterclockwise direction, which is actually for me more preferable because I've got the siding here, well then, no problem. So, alright, now I've been cleaning the wheels and I lubed this and did all kinds of things to it. Legal. Come on, I think I can, there you go. The track, by the way, the track's not fastened down. It's all been cleaned, all the rail joiners have been cleaned. Once the sucker warms up, it'll go through here no problem. Come on, boy. Come on. You can do it, boy. You can do it. Give it a little electrical goose. There you go. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Okay. So, now, let me show you something. Like I said, I had to buy a new switch because the old one, the divergent track, wasn't working so hot. She, does have a little problems here, and that's okay. It came off. Before, when I was messing with it, it worked just fine. Of course it worked just fine. I wasn't filming. And I noticed she has issues with the Lionel grade crossing. Don't know why that is. Alright. After a while, camera work gets a little shaky. Just trying to follow this train and do everything I want to do and talk and yammer. So, that's it for the update to the edge of town layout. Alright. Don't know how far I'll get in the next week or two, but I've got it going pretty good here. The plans are also to bring back working crossing gates like I had on the original version. And what I did for that, I don't know if you can see it. Alright. See that? That wire is attached to a spade lug, which is inserted into the rail. And this area from where to where? Couldn't tell you. From here, okay, from here to here, those 3 tracks, that will be the control track for the grade crossing signal, crossing gates. So they're insulated on the outside here, and you know, we'll see how that goes. Of course, I had to drill a hole into the plastic road bed, but as you can see, you can't see. Alrighty. So, lots of work to be done. You know, I almost feel sorry for guys with big layouts. How the heck do you rejuvenate them when you get old? When the layout gets old? Monster task. So, as I stumble my way through the renovation, rejuvenation of this teeny tiny layout, I am learning a few things. Yeah, like not to do it again. So I've been learning a few things, and that's always fun. So until our next update, or perhaps even running session, YouTubers, I bid you farewell, adieu, auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, bye y'all, and a happy 2020.